A Life in Rhythm, according to Phil Collins. Phil Collins, whose name is synonymous with chart-topping tunes and renowned drumming, has carved out a position for himself in the music industry by performing as the vocalist of Genesis as well as a solo juggernaut. Over the course of a career that has spanned more than half a century, Collins has amassed a legacy that is unparalleled in terms of both riches and fame. The author of this essay examines the life, career, and lifestyle of one of the most famous musicians in Britain, beginning with his poor beginnings and ending with his lavish lifestyle. Early years and an early beginning in music. The 30th of January, 1951 found Philip David Charles Collins being born in Chiswick, which is located in London, England. Having been brought up in a family that belonged to the middle class, his father worked as an insurance agent, while his mother was employed as a talent manager. At a young age, Collins's interest in music was sparked. At the age of 5, he was given a toy drum kit, which he eventually upgraded to a full-fledged set by the time he was in his teens. The innate affinity he had for rhythm prompted him to participate in a number of school bands, and he also attended the Barber Speak Stage School for his instruction. In his early years, he began his career in the entertainment world by performing as a child actor. He is well known for his role as an extra in the film A Hard Day's Night, 1964, which was directed by the Beatles. However, his ambitions in the field of music quickly became more important. He was a member of a number of bands, one of which was Flaming Youth, before he discovered his true calling with Genesis in 1970, where he began their career as the drummer. The years of the Genesis. During the time that Genesis was searching to find a replacement for their previous drummer, Phil Collins joined the band. The band Genesis was once a progressive rock band, and Peter Gabriel served as the band's frontman. It didn't take long for Collins' exceptional drumming skills and supporting vocals to become indispensable to the band's sound. Before determining that Collins should take over as lead vocalist after Gabriel departed the band in 1975, the band participated in auditions with approximately 400 different singers. Collins was the driving force behind Genesis' transformation to a more mainstream pop rock sound, which resulted in the band's commercial success with albums such as A Trick of the Tail, 1976, Duke, 1980, and Invisible Touch, 1986. Songs like Turn It On Again, Invisible Touch, and Land of Confusion established themselves as anthems during the decade of the 1980s. Collins' magnetic appearance was a significant factor in Genesis' success, as the band sold more than 100 million albums around the world. Stardom on one's own. Collins began his solo career while he was still a member of Genesis, which would ultimately lead to an increase in his level of renown. Face Value, his first solo album, was released in 1981 and featured the enormous hit In the Air Tonight, which is famous for its eerie atmosphere and its memorable drum break. The song went on to become a cultural landmark and a mainstay in popular culture. In the years that followed, Collins released a series of albums that were commercially successful, including Hello, I Must Be Going, 1982, No Jacket Required, 1985, and But Seriously, 1989. He was able to produce songs such as Against All Odds, One More Night, Susudio, and Another Day in Paradise, demonstrating his talent for both heartbreaking ballads and energetic pop tracks. Collins' solo work was typified by lyrics that were intimate and frequently reflected on his turbulent personal life, which included many divorces and emotional issues. In spite of this, his appeal extended across many generations, and he became one of the most successful performers of all time, with over 150 million records sold around the world, working together and receiving accolades. Throughout the course of his career, Collins worked with a large number of musicians and contributed to a variety of soundtrack applications. His contribution to the soundtrack of Disney's Tarzan, 1999, earned him both an Academy Award and a Golden Globe for the song, You'll Be in My Heart. Not only that, but he collaborated with legendary musicians such as Eric Clapton, Robert Plant, and Philip Bailey. His drumming may be heard on a vast number of tunes that extend beyond his own discography, demonstrating his versatility across a variety of musical genres. Collins has been honored with a number of accolades, including 8 Grammy Awards, 6 Brit Awards, an Academy Award, and 2 Golden Globes. The year 2010 marked the year when he was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame alongside Genesis. Wealth and the financial empire, net worth. It is anticipated that Phil Collins will have a net worth of approximately $300 million by the year 2025. The sales of albums, the proceeds from worldwide tours, royalties, and lucrative licensing deals are the sources of his wealth. Earning tens of millions of dollars annually, he was one of the highest-paid musicians in the world while he was at the height of his career. Tours were especially beneficial for the company. On its own, his Not Dead Yet tour, 2017 to 2019, brought in more than $100 million. Even though he is in a semi-retired state, his back catalog continues to generate a significant amount of cash through sync partnerships and streaming services. A lifestyle of luxurious comfort and expensive acquisitions. With riches comes the ability to indulge. Collins is an investor who has made investments in a number of luxury buildings. He had previously been the owner of a beautiful property on the water in Miami Beach, Florida, which he eventually sold for close to $40 million. The property featured 11 bedrooms, a home theater, and a private waterfront area that was 200 feet long. A villa in Switzerland, which he has spent a significant amount of time in, is one of his European possessions. The house features a recording studio and provides spectacular views of the Swiss Alps. In addition, the surroundings are breathtaking. In addition, Collins has kept a collection of rare and exotic automobiles, which includes a Ferrari and a Bentley Continental GT, among other vehicles. In the past, he amassed one of the most extensive collections of Alamo artifacts in the world, which he later gave to the state of Texas. He is well known for his passion for beautiful art and unique mementos. Challenges to one's health in the later years. Collins' later years have been plagued by health problems, despite the immense success he has achieved. His mobility has been restricted as a result of back surgeries, nerve damage, and a foot injury, and he is frequently required to accomplish tasks while seated. In the year 2022, Genesis came to an end of their final tour, with Collins seeming noticeably decrepit, but still being able to command the stage with his distinguishable voice. In addition, he has experienced personal turbulence, which has included widely publicized divorces and disagreements within his family. Collins, on the other hand, has continued to be a well-liked figure, renowned for his tenacity and the contributions he made to the music industry. Existing way of life and family history. In the present day, Phil Collins leads a more private existence, largely avoiding the attention of the public. His son Nicholas Collins, who has followed in his footsteps as a drummer and even played with Genesis during their final tour, is one of the members of his family who he enjoys spending time with. The impact that he has had on contemporary music is incalculable. Collins has left an unforgettable mark on the music industry, whether it is through his revolutionary use of gated reverb in drumming or through his emotionally charged songwriting. He has been cited as an influence by musicians working in a variety of genres, and his songs continue to make an impression on new listeners. Not only is Phil Collins a musician, but he is also celebrated as a cultural icon. His rise from a young actor in London to a superstar on a global scale is a testament to the devotion, talent, and determination he has displayed throughout his whole life. In spite of the fact that he is no longer actively touring or recording, his music continues to be a timeless soundtrack to the lives of millions of people.